Seeing massive aircraft carriers engaging in raging wars on TV probably made you wonder what life is like on these majestic battleships. In this episode, we'll take you for a ride and give you a brief look-through of the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group. Buckle up as we take you along to witness what life inside the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group is like. History. The USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, CVN 69, named after the 34th President of the United States, General of the Army Dwight D. Eisenhower, was commissioned in 1977. This ship is the flagship carrier of the Dwight D. Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group IKE-CSG. The carrier ship is so massive that it can be referred to as a huge floating city. It carries approximately 5,000 seamen dedicated to facing the challenges heading their way. The Carrier Strike Group makes a formidable force with its accompanying ships and aircraft ready to take on bold missions. The majestic carrier moves towards the straining atmosphere of the Middle East, preparing to come face to face with a conflict as dangerous as the merciless sea. The journey itself might not be as smooth as it seems, but the heroic people on board encounter days like any other, with their lives being rather different from an ordinary person on land. The Middle East, with its long history of conflict, is like a matchstick in a box, ready to be ignited with the smallest spark. And in the middle of these ruthless battles, it's this huge carrier, accommodating brave individuals trained to carry out some of the most difficult tasks and live through extreme conditions that can make all the difference in the world. Flagship USS Dwight D. Eisenhower CVN 69. The Doogie comes with an extensive range of facilities and systems to support its massive crew and enable general missions, flight operations, defensive missions, and a whole lot more. Before exploring the other facilities of the carrier, first we'll take a look at its heart, its huge flight deck. Measuring almost 300 meters long, this vast area houses dozens of fighter jets and helicopters, with pilots taking off and landing daily. The flight crew has a lot of responsibilities, including directing aircraft, refueling and rearming jets, and they work tirelessly and they ensure that all crucial factors needed to launch and recover missions are performed safely. The fighter jets on these aircraft carriers are so strong, the massive jet blast deflectors are put in place in order to protect the personnel from being blown over by the jet exhaust. Optical landing systems help guide pilots to catch arresting wires with their tailhooks, enabling the jets to land at over 100 miles an hour. The surgical precision required to pull this maneuver off is extreme, as you can imagine. Looking up from the flight deck, you can see the island tower, which can be considered as the heartbeat of the ship. This tower houses the bridge, which is the nerve center of the entire ship. On the bridge, the ship captain and a team of special officers oversee all aspects of the ship's operations by utilizing advanced technologies. On the bridge are state-of-the-art radar systems and imaging to help in providing an overall view of the surroundings of the ship and tracking nearby aircraft to identify potential attacks. Other than the radar, the ship is equipped with advanced navigation systems that enable precise positioning. These systems comprise gyro compasses, satellite navigation, and other tools to help ensure navigation in both confined areas and open waters. These systems play a significant role as the officers on the bridge rely on these to change the carrier routes to avoid hazards and maintain strategic positioning during missions. Below the flight deck. Let's go below the flight deck and take a look at the hangar bay. It's yet another area filled with skilled workers, repairing aircraft and expert mechanics checking the hydraulics and functionality of aircraft to make sure that every jet's ready to go for its next mission without any hassle. The hangar bay is where all the aircraft are checked before making their way to the flight deck. When it comes to weapons, the Eisenhower contains a network of elevators that are positioned in a specific pattern throughout the structure. These elevators play an essential role in effectively transporting munitions from inside the ship up to the flight deck. These elevators are specially designed to handle a vast array of weaponry, ranging from missiles and bombs to ammunition for the carrier. A highly skilled and specialized crew is responsible for handling these elevators, as even the slightest mistake can cause massive damage to the weaponry and to the ship itself. Quality of life and other facilities. Many other facilities are also available for the crew members below the deck. These facilities are comparable to those of a small town and play a major role in supporting the sailors who call the aircraft carrier their home. The vast mess decks also play a major role in the well-being of the members on board, providing seats for hundreds of sailors at a time. These decks are capable of serving an astonishing 15,000 meals per day. The kitchen features modern cooking equipment and is staffed by highly trained professional chefs working tirelessly to provide nutritious meals for the crew's physical health. In order to support the massive scale of meals prepared, multiple storerooms are used and organized, ensuring a constant supply of ingredients. These storerooms are filled with a variety of different food items, ranging from fresh produce to meat and canned goods. A crew is responsible for handling the standards of the food and to check the inventory levels constantly. The ship also offers recreational spaces to crew members, for example, libraries, gyms, basketball courts, or connecting to your loved ones through a computer. You get the idea. These help the sailors to unwind and relax their minds and bodies. The Eisenhower is optimized to accommodate the large crew working on shifts and compartments. Hundreds of sleeping bunks are packed closely together to provide a place for a well-needed rest. Adjacent to the bunks are dozens of shared restrooms and showers to cater to the crew's hygiene needs. The importance of teamwork between the sailors is highlighted by the limited privacy and personal space. Electricians in the ship operate generators that supply enough electricity to meet the demands of a small city, distributing it across a complete grid. Air conditioners and filtration systems ensure that the air circulates inside the entirety of the structure, maintaining a comfortable environment. It's important to mention that the crew members are always prepared to handle emergencies because of the rigorous training drills orchestrated by the damage control teams. These damage control teams are trained to tackle any minor mishaps or major hazards on the ship. It's a fact that life on board's not easy by any means, and every single person's effort is combined to ensure a smooth day-to-day routine. Life on the sea. Living on the sea requires a lot of willpower and a strong mind. Leaving your family and only getting a few emails and a few minutes to talk to them after weeks at sea can be very difficult for many sailors to deal with. Friendships and teamwork are not only required to bring about a healthy environment on board, but are also vital to survival. Weather, fierce and unforgiving, can turn a normal day on the deck into a ruthless battle against nature's wrath, and can take a toll on the most resilient of sailors. Imagine the strength it would take to stay alert when the seas get rough and a blazing storm hits the area. Friendships developed on board save the day and make these situations bearable. In other words, the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower is a versatile and essential component of the U.S. naval power. Whether it's launching airstrikes, providing humanitarian aid, or demonstrating their global reach, these carriers are vital for maintaining peace and security around the world. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then please do us a favor and give us a like and click on that subscribe button. It really means a lot to us. And your support makes it easier for us to keep on making videos like this about the US Navy and beyond. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in our next video.